This is how you crack, crunch, and flavor. Walk with me. For generations, Utz has been turning the family-owned recipes into snacks that really satisfy. And it's my job as Chief Crunch and Flavor Officer to maintain that track record. We don't take any shortcuts with the Treasure Family recipes and only choose the flavoriest ingredients because there's a saying around here.
Crunch and flavor over everything.
We say crunch a lot.
How's it looking, Keith?
Looking crunchy, boss.
Utz.
Jennifer Garner, United States Senator Shelley Moore Capito, and Jim Justice, former U.S. Senator Joe Manchin, Brad Smith, Gordon Gee, Nick Saban, Brad Paisley, Jim Tressel, and Roy Williams are among the many game changers who have lent their time and talents in support of an ambitious idea. The idea that together we can change the game on substance misuse and prevent drug use before it starts.
This HDmedia production of West Virginia High School basketball is brought to you by Utz, the American snack brand crafted with care for more than 100 years. Game Changer, designed to educate, support, and empower our youth. The Charleston Gazette-Mail, with digital subscriptions beginning at just $9.99 for 3 months. And by Full Court Press, your weekly WVU basketball radio show. Check your local listings for times or visit pressvirginia.com.
Impact, discovery, inspiration, innovation, opportunity. For more than 130 years, West Virginia State University has stood as a pathway to prosperity for thousands of students. At State, you study in cutting-edge programs, learn from award-winning faculty in small class settings. No matter where you want to go or what you want to do, it starts at State.
The South Charleston Memorial Ice Arena, where the Valley goes to skate. Conveniently located at the shops of Trace Fork next to Target, the Memorial Ice Arena has everything you'll want for a day on the ice. Between public skating sessions, Totsicles, the Learn to Skate program, figure skating, adult and youth hockey leagues, and bumper cars, there is always something to do at the Memorial Ice Arena. Call 304-744-4423 for more information.
There's a place where innovation becomes transformation, where you'll find that education is not just about learning, but about being excited to learn. A place to feel at home. Pursue dreams and prepare for careers. Build lifelong friendships. And a place where you'll be encouraged and mentored along your journey. Discover your future. Get ready to soar. The University of Charleston.
The West Virginia Adult Education Center has free resources to help you get your GED, learn new job skills, earn workplace certifications, and learn English as a second language. No matter where you're starting from, we're here to help. With locations all across the state, changing your life has never been easier. Learn, train, succeed, and earn more money today by visiting our website at freegedwv.com.
My name is Gordon Gee, and I am a game changer.
I'm Brad Smith, president of Marshall University, and I am a game changer.
Hello, everyone, and good morning still here inside of the Doris W. and Walter F. Johnson III Arena on the campus of West Virginia State University for day number 4 of the Snyder of Berlin Utz Snacks Shootout presented by Game Changer. Adam Rogers, our Media Center crew, happy to have you along with us today for for the fourth and final day of this shootout here at West Virginia State University on High School Game Day on the RSN Sports Network, powered by HDmedia. 2 games already in the books in our fourth and final day of action. Magnolia and Wirt County duking it out in the first one. Magnolia coming away with a 20-point win there in that one, 66-46. And then the game finished up just a little bit ago ahead of our matchup here. Tyler Consolidated knocking off Trinity Christian 73-41. We're about 3 minutes away from tip-off between the Cameron Dragons and the Ritchie County Rebels in game number 3 of our final day in this Snyder of Berlin Utz Snacks Shootout presented by Game Changer. The Dragons come into this one 4-9 on the season. Rebels 9-6 on the year, and both teams looking to get on a roll as we get closer and closer toward the end of the regular season. Both of these teams coming off of victories their last time out on the court. For the Dragons, it was a win over Payton City, a big style, 65-16 the final score in that one, coming just last night there at home for the Dragons. And then a win for Ritchie County at home last Saturday, taking on Tyler Consolidated, who just came away with a win in the game prior to this one, with Ritchie County winning against Tyler 71-42. So some time off for the Rebels since their last one. And both of these teams will both be in action tomorrow night as well. The Dragons take on Shadyside tomorrow night at 6 o'clock, while the Rebels will be on the road at South Harrison at 7:30, but they'll have to get through this one what will be afternoon once it tips off here at the Snyder of Berlin Utz Snacks Shootout presented by Game Changer. Don't forget, we'll have more basketball action for you coming up later on after this one. It continues for us with Ripley taking on Buchanan Upshur. Washington not Washington, that has been replaced. It is Boyd County will take on South Charleston at 3 o'clock. At 5 o'clock, we will have Parkersburg South and Huntington Girls. And then at 6:30, that one will be run back on the boys' side, where the Patriots and the Highlanders will match up once again. And then we'll wrap things up this evening. Final game of the final day, it'll be the Polka Dots taking on the Philip Barber Colts in boys action at 8 p.m. this evening. So again, tons of basketball. We've had to make some changes to the schedule throughout the week due to some weather across the Mountain State. That changed Tuesday's schedule, and had some changes to Wednesday's schedule as well because of that. But we've got a full slate of games for you this afternoon. Really started this morning into this afternoon and evening here at West Virginia State University. And we'll have recaps of many of these games later on the Charleston Gazette Mail and the Herald Dispatch websites, as well as in the print editions tomorrow. You can also catch up on all things Game Day from HDmedia at Linktree/High School Game Day. All the live streams as well as coverage of games across the state. Dragons come out in the home white this afternoon. It'll be Kyler McCulley, Camden Fried, Carter Pesowski. I'll give that my best shot. I apologize if I'm saying that wrong. Hopefully somebody can correct me if I am saying that wrong. Mason Scott and Colin Magers. For the Rebels in their road navy blue, Rhett Johnson, Turner Schreiber, Isaac Hodges, Garrett Flesher, and Carter Satterfield. Three-pointer for the Dragons is off the mark, and the Rebels will head the other way. Jumper from the free throw line, up and is good for Rhett Johnson. Rebels take an early 2-0 lead. Now will implement a full court press in this 1-2-2, trying to force the Dragons into a turnover. Pass pass into the right corner to Scott. Scott will drive baseline, get to the basket, off the glass, can't finish, but an offensive rebound there, and it's up and in. Colin Majors in with the layup there on the offensive rebound. Tie the game at 2 apiece, 1 minute into the opening quarter. Hodges inside the paint, and one too many steps there as he worked his way back to the basket on the left side. It'll send things back to the Dragons, but the Rebels will implement that full court press. Dragons working it around with good passing. And a 10-second violation. Took too long to get it across half court, and that'll be a turnover for the Dragons headed the other way. 1 turnover apiece here in the opening minute plus of action. Flesher will swing it over to the left side of the floor, has it knocked away from him, out of bounds along the sideline. Will stay with the Rebels. 6:36 to go, opening quarter. Tie ball game at 2 apiece. Satterfield feeds down into Schreiber. Schreiber gets to the basket with a nice up and under move. He'll lay it up and in off the left side. Put the Rebels back on top by 2. Dragons able to break the pressure. Get it into the front court now. We'll swing it over to the left side of the floor into the hands of Fry. Back swung over to McCulley. McCulley out between the rings. Will set the offense up. Back to McCulley over on the left wing. Nice drive toward the basket there. Can't finish on the layup, though, as Mason Scott, the senior. Rebound is taken by the Rebels, and up the other end of the floor, quickly attacking the basket there is Hodges. Shot won't fall, but a foul called on the way up. Going to get Camden Fry, his first personal, team's first. And we'll send Isaac Hodges to the free throw line to shoot a pair of free throws. First one up and in. It's his 69th and now 70th trip to the line this season, where he's now 56 of 69, make him 57 of 70. Dragons able to break the press, get it into the front court, drive down to the left side of the basket is no good on the shot there from Mason Scott. It rolls around and out, and the Rebels come the other way quickly, and a traveling violation there on Rhett Johnson. Need to put the ball on the floor one more time there, and they'll send it back to the Dragons. Able to break the press, and now it's stolen at half court. Good hands there by Isaac Hodges. Hodges goes to the other end and flushes it down with one hand. Hodges with the throwdown. Have to stop play momentarily to fix the net after that one-handed jam from the junior forward. That'll put Ritchie County on top 8-2 now. Quickly on the other end of the floor, Scott this time able to finish with the finger roll. I'll cut the deficit to 4 now. 8-4, Rebels with the lead and the basketball. Nearly 3 minutes into the opening quarter. Hodges clutches once, can't get the shot to fall. Long rebound tracked down by Satterfield. Swung back over to Hodges on the right block. He'll find a nice opening for a pass to Satterfield. His jumper inside the paint, no good, but another offensive rebound for the Rebels. Johnson, three-pointer off the top of the key, no good, but another long rebound there by the Rebels. Feed goes to the baseline to Schreiber. Schreiber's shot goes up, and he'll be fouled on the way up. That'll be the second on the Dragons. And that will go on Hunter Dobbs, the junior's first. Correction, they're going to actually get that on Colin Majors, his first. Free throw from Schreiber is good. Second one off the mark there, off the back of the cylinder. And the Dragons will come up the other way. Nearly turned over by Scott. Ball into the backcourt. It is turned over. Johnson gets the steal and will lay it up and in off the left side. He's got 4 points in his opening quarter, and the lead pushed out to 7 now for the Rebels. Turnover again by the Dragons for a second. 2 players there holding it at midcourt. Now it's swung into the right corner. 3-pointer up and good. That's splashed home by Camden Fry. His first basket. That'll cut the deficit back to 4. But up on the other end of the floor, Johnson quickly gets to the bucket. Can't get the shot to fall. But an offensive rebound by Isaac Hodges, and he'll easily lay it up and in off the right side. Back to a 6-point advantage for the Rebels over the Dragons in this opening quarter. Pass deflected, nearly stolen. But the Dragons are able to cross half court. Dish into the left corner for Trey Estill. He'll kick back out. Pass is nearly turned over, but controlled by Fry. Fry will hand off to Scott. Scott drives toward the basket, has the ball stripped from him, and he is fouled on the way up. They're going to get number 10, Turner Schreiber, for the Rebels, his first, team's first. That'll send Mason Scott, the senior guard, to the free throw line. First one from Scott, up and in. As Hunter Dobbs now checks in, he'll replace Estelle. Second free throw from Scott is good. He's up to 4 points now. Deficit back to 4 for the Dragons. Hodges, the team's leading scorer, almost 3 points per game, 22.9. Johnson drives and kicks to him now on the right wing. He'll drive to the free throw line. Pull-up jumper is short off the front of the rim. Rebound grab by Mason. Nice behind-the-back dribble to get around Hodges. Kicks it to the left corner. Three-pointer is up, and it's good for Hunter Dobbs. Dobbs buries the three-pointer, cuts the deficit down to 1 now for the Dragons. 13-12, Rebels on top. And a timeout comes for Ritchie County. Head coach Kenny Church wants to talk things over and slow down this Dragon run. Rebels lead by 1 with 2:53 to go in the first quarter. We'll step aside for a break and be right back after this.
We're here to help you live well, and our new name reflects that. WellPoint.
I'm Jennifer Garner, and I am an advocate for healthy kids. My friends at Game Changer, a student-powered substance misuse prevention program, are meeting the challenges facing young people head-on. Why don't you be a game changer, too?
Back here at the Snyder of Berlin Utz Snacks Shootout, presented by Game Changer. Adam Rogers, our Media Center crew, happy to have you with us this afternoon for the 4th and final day of this shootout at West Virginia State University. A great event put on every year here at West Virginia State as we get things started for quarter number 1 again after the timeout by Ritchie County. Trying to slow down this run from the Dragons. Nice feed inside there on the right block. Schreiber goes up and in. That'll push the lead back up to 3. Some good passing there by the Rebels to find Schreiber on the right block. Fry with it on the right wing. Will dish back out to Majors. Swings it over to Dobbs, and Dobbs will come back center and then go back to the wing on the left side. Tight man-to-man defense here from the Rebels in this opening quarter. It's made it difficult for the Dragons, but nice easy lay in there from Fry on the cut. It's been difficult for the Dragons through this first part of this first quarter because of that full court press that the Rebels have implemented after a made basket. Hodges kicks back out to Johnson. Johnson drives toward the baseline. Gets to the block. Nice dish off underneath, but not quite ready for it there with Schreiber. It'll go out of bounds and will turn it over to the Dragons. In comes Dylan Malolepsky. Dragons trailing by 1. Feed down to the baseline is tapped away out of bounds by Flesher. Dragons were trying to work it down to Mason Scott. It'll stay with Cameron on the inbounds on the right side. Quick officials time. Checking the uniform there of Malolepsky. Three-pointer blocked partially there by Hodges, and the Rebels will come the other way. Hodges brings it up the right side of the floor. Dish back off for Flesher. Johnson will drive into the keyhole, cut off at the free throw line, dishes off for Hodges. Hodges with a step-through move, can't get the shot to fall, but a foul called on the rebound. So they're going to call that on the shot, rather. That is the third foul on the Dragons, second on Majors. Hodges' first free throw left short. As Majors checks out, in will come Kyler McCulley. Second one for Hodges is up and in. So 3 for 4 first quarter at the free throw line for him so far, with a little more than a minute to go in this opening quarter of action. A 2-point lead for the Rebels. McCulley picked up his dribble there at half court, had nowhere to go with it, finally found Hobbs on the left wing. That tight man-to-man defense is smothering the Dragons so far. Still only down by 2. Chance to tie or take the lead here with 45 seconds to go. McCulley dishes off for Pazuski, and his shot won't fall. It'll be Hodges coming the other way. Kick it to the corner. Three-pointer is off the left side of the iron. Long rebound tipped back out to the free throw line, controlled by Scott. Scott in transition, loses it off of his knee. Hodges controls it, 26 seconds on the clock. Quick pass up the floor to Schreiber, and Schreiber lays it in with ease off the right side. 4-point lead again for the Rebels. 18-14 with 10 seconds to go. Hodges kicks into the corner for Pazuski. Fry, left wing three is rejected back into the scoring table by Isaac Hodges. He averages about 2.5 blocks per game, and right there, I believe, has 2 if they credited him with getting one there on the last possession. Ball deflected out of bounds, 0.2 seconds to go. Essentially a catch and shoot here for the Red Dragons. Into Mason, catch, shoot, not off in time though. We head to the second quarter. Ritchie County leads Cameron 18-14. We're back with second quarter action at the Snyder of Berlin Utz Snacks Shootout, presented by Game Changer, right after this.
The South Charleston Memorial Ice Arena, where the Valley goes to skate. Conveniently located at the shops of Trace Fork next to Target, the Memorial Ice Arena has everything you'll want for a day on the ice. Between public skating sessions, Totsicles, the Learn to Skate program, figure skating, adult and youth hockey leagues, and bumper cars, there is always something to do at the Memorial Ice Arena. Call 304-744-4423 for more information. The West Virginia Adult Education Center has free resources to help you get your GED, learn new job skills, earn workplace certifications, and learn English as a second language. No matter where you're starting from, we're here to help. With locations all across the state, changing your life has never been easier. Learn, train, succeed, and earn more money today by visiting our website at freegedwv.com.
Back for quarter number 2 in our Snyder of Berlin Utz Snacks Shootout, presented by Game Changer. Ritchie County and Cameron in our first game of the day on our broadcast schedule. Good find there by Hodges. Schreiber lays it in. He's up to 9 points in this first half now, after 7 in the opening quarter. Back out comes that full court pressure defense from the Rebels. Passing there by the Dragons. Three-pointer off the mark on the right wing by Fry. Rebels come the other way. Johnson with it on the right wing. Thought about it for a second. Instead, will kick over to the left side. Now they'll bring it back out to Johnson to set things up offensively. Screen comes from Hodges. Johnson drives, kicks back out to Hodges. Top of the keyhole, drive right side of the baseline. Bunny hop off the glass and in. Hodges now with 9 points after a 7-point first quarter for himself as well as Schreiber. Long pass up the floor, stolen away by the Rebels. Johnson with a long pass of his own, stolen by Mason Scott, and he'll bring it back for the Dragons. Scott picked up his dribble in the corner, nearly throws it away. And a timeout by Cameron. 6:45 to go, second quarter. Dragons going to call a 30-second timeout here. We'll step aside for a quick break and be back with more right after this.
This HDmedia production of West Virginia High School basketball is brought to you by Utz, the American snack brand crafted with care for more than 100 years. Game Changer, designed to educate, support, and empower our youth. The Charleston Gazette-Mail, with digital subscriptions beginning at just $9.99 for 3 months. And by Full Court Press, your weekly WVU basketball radio show. Check your local listings for times or visit pressvirginia.com.
6:45 to go, second quarter between Ritchie County and Cameron. Our first broadcast of the day here at West Virginia State University for the Snyder of Berlin Utz Snacks Shootout, presented by Game Changer. Adam Rogers, our Media Center crew, happy to have you along with us this afternoon now. Dragons basketball out of the timeout. Scott drives along the right side of the baseline, puts the shot up, and a blocking foul called as the shot rolls around and out for Scott, so he'll head to the free throw line to shoot a pair. We're going to get Ritchie County's Rhett Johnson for the foul, his first, team's first, here in quarter number 2. Free throw off the mark there for Scott. One more on the way. That one is good. Seven-point lead for the Rebels. Johnson gets a screen from Hodges, will attack on the right side, picks up his dribble, finds a wide open man off the right block. That's Garrett Flesher, and he'll lay it up and in with ease. Nice passing and cuts by the Rebels so far in this one, up to a 9-point advantage. Scott kicks into the corner for Fry. Three-pointer in the left corner, rattles around and out. Long rebound tipped and controlled by Fry. Back out to Scott on the left wing. Scott drives across the lane, gets to the basket, and lays it up and in. Mason Scott now with 7 points for the Dragons, and it's a 7-point deficit for Cameron in this first half of play. Flesher kicks back out to Johnson. Right wing three is up. Too strong there. Scott with a rebound underneath on the left side. Hodges picks him up full court, trying to force a turnover. Dragons are able to get it into the front court now. Estelle nearly loses at the top of the key. Just pick up his dribble, swings it over to Scott. Scott going to attack against Hodges, gets to the basket, and rejected from behind. Hodges with what should be his third block of the game so far. Now attacking in transition. Floater up and in. Hodges with his 4th field goal. He's up to 11 points now. Only crediting Hodges with 2 blocks. They're going to say he did not get a piece of that shot in the corner earlier in the end of that first half, or first quarter, excuse me. Sloppy passing there by the Rebels, turns it back over to the Dragons. But Hodges filling out the stat sheet so far. 11 points to go along with 3 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 blocks, and 2 steals in 11 minutes of play so far. Nice floater there down the left side of the lane by Fry, but it won't fall. and that'll give Hodges his 4th rebound of the game. Quick pass up the floor, making another assist for Hodges as he finds Shriver wide open, running down the left side of the lane. It's a 9-point advantage for Ritchie County, 28-17. Another turnover there by the Dragons. Hodges, pull up, 3 up, off the left side of the rim. Fry with a rebound for the Dragons. Hodges using his length there in the backcourt to try to force into a turnover. Dragons able to break it. Nice feed down underneath for Fry. Dribbled toward the basket and then lost the spacing. He probably needed to get a shot off. Ball deflected out of bounds. Last touched by the Dragons. It'll head to the Rebels the other way. Shriver will go take a seat on the bench for Ritchie County. Back out will come Malalepsky. Flesher kicks out to Hodges. Hodges will dish off to Johnson. Johnson will get a screen from Hodges and nearly lost his footing. Kicks back out to Flesher. Hodges top of the key, gets a screen from Flesher. Runner off the glass, won't fall. Rebound underneath, controlled by Brett Johnson. He'll throw it off the underneath side of the basket, and that'll be out of bounds, so it'll go to the Dragons. That does allow Ritchie County, though, to set up in their full court press. Scott feeds it up the side, trying to find Majors, but it's intercepted by the Rebels. Johnson, top of the key, feeds down underneath for Hodges. Hodges on the left block, gets inside the paint, puts a shot up on the turnaround, and it's up and good. Hodges with 13 points now in the first half. McCauley able to break that full court pressure. Feed down inside for Hobbs. He can't control it initially and has to kick back out to Scott. Scott swings over to McCauley. He'll drive in from the right wing. Nearly lost it. Able to regather. Back to Majors, top of the key. Now it's worked its way over to Hobbs. Which means to Dobbs. Dobbs will dish off for Kazuski. Three-pointer from Scott. Rattles in and home. His first triple of the night. Third for the Dragons this afternoon. That'll cut the deficit to 10. 30-20. Rebels on top with 2 minutes to go in this first half. Hobbs, baseline drive down the left side. Spin, turnaround jumper from the block is up and good. Isaac Hodges making it look all too easy. The 6'7" junior forward with now 15 points in this opening half of play. It averages about 23 per contest. Scott crosses the timeline. Swings back over to the left side where it's stolen by the Rebels. Pass down the middle of the lane, finds Hodges, and finger roll layup is good for the junior. 14-point lead for the Rebels. And that's now 4 turnovers in the last 4.5 minutes nearly for Cameron. Dobbs cut off at the basket, has to kick back out, and Carter Pazuski's runner there from just outside the block is good. 12-point advantage for the Rebels with 1 minute to go in the half. Johnson dishes back off to a man cutting across the lane. Satterfield's jumper won't fall. Rebound controlled by the Dragons. Quickly up the floor and a pass turned over there, intended for Hunter Dobbs. It'll go out along the baseline and the Rebels will head the other way with it. Back out will come Turner Shriver and Satterfield will head to the bench. 49 seconds to go in this first half. That'll be Flesher to bring it up for the Rebels. Flesher will hand off to Hodges. Jumper in the lane is up and good. 13-foot jumper is good, gives him now 19. Just 3 points, 4 points off of his season average. And again, he is filling out the stat sheet for the Rebels this afternoon. Nice take there by Pazuski. 12-point advantage for the Rebels once again. Hodges, top of the key, swings over to Johnson. Johnson, three at the buzzer, good if it goes. Left it short, and that'll take us to halftime, where the Rebels lead the Dragons after 2 quarters of play by 12. 36-24 is our halftime score. We'll step aside for a break, and then we'll come back and get you ready for half number 2 right after
this. This is how you crack, crunch, and flavor. Walk with me. For generations, Utz has been turning the family-owned recipes into snacks that really satisfy. And it's my job as Chief Crunch and Flavor Officer to maintain that track record. We don't take any shortcuts with the Treasure Family recipes and only choose the flavoriest ingredients because there's a saying around here.
Crunch and flavor over everything.
We see crunch a lot.
How's it looking, Keith?
Looking crunchy, boss.
Utz.
Jennifer Garner, United States Senators Shelley Moore Capito and Jim Justice, former U.S. Senator Joe Manchin, Brad Smith, Gordon Gee, Nick Saban, Brad Paisley, Jim Tressel, and Roy Williams are among the many game changers who have lent their time and talents in support of an ambitious idea. The idea that together we can change the game on substance misuse and prevent drug use before it starts.
This HDmedia production of West Virginia High School basketball is brought to you by Utz, the American snack brand crafted with care for more than 100 years. Game Changer, designed to educate, support, and empower our youth. The Charleston Gazette-Mail, with digital subscriptions beginning at just $9.99 for 3 months. And by Full Court Press, your weekly WVU basketball radio show. Check your local listings for times or visit pressvirginia.com.
Impact, discovery, inspiration, innovation, opportunity. For more than 130 years, West Virginia State University has stood as a pathway to prosperity for thousands of students. At State, you study in cutting-edge programs, learn from award-winning faculty in small class settings. No matter where you want to go or what you want to do, it starts at State.
The South Charleston Memorial Ice Arena, where the Valley goes to skate. Conveniently located at the shops of Trace Fork next to Target, the Memorial Ice Arena has everything you'll want for a day on the ice. Between public skating sessions, Totsicles, the Learn to Skate program, figure skating, adult and youth hockey leagues, and bumper cars, there is always something to do at the Memorial Ice Arena. Call 304-744-4423 for more information.
There's a place where innovation becomes transformation, where you'll find that education is not just about learning, but about being excited to learn. A place to feel at home. Pursue dreams and prepare for careers. Build lifelong friendships. And a place where you'll be encouraged and mentored along your journey. Discover your future. Get ready to soar. The University of Charleston.
The West Virginia Adult Education Center has free resources to help you get your GED, learn new job skills, earn workplace certifications, and learn English as a second language. No matter where you're starting from, we're here to help. With locations all across the state, changing your life has never been easier. Learn, train, succeed, and earn more money today by visiting our website at freegedwv.com.
We're here to help you live well, and our new name reflects that. Well Point.
My name is Gordon Gee, and I am a game changer.
I'm Brad Smith, president of Marshall University, and I am a game changer.
Back here at West Virginia State University's Doris W. Walter F. Johnson III Arena for our Snyder of Berlin Utz Snacks Shootout presented by Game Changer. Taking a look at some of the first half stats in this one between Ritchie County and Cameron. See the Rebels leading the way in terms of shooting percentage, but have yet to hit a 3 in this one so far. Ritchie County 0 for 5 from downtown. Our number a little off there. Both teams getting to the free throw line a handful of times. Ritchie County 2 misses there in their 6 tries. Dragons with a 3 for 4 first half performance. And the big difference in the first half is the turnover number, as Cameron with 10 turnovers in that first half. And off of those 10 turnovers, the Rebels with 14 points off of them. Just 1 point off of 5 turnovers from Ritchie County's side for Cameron. Just that getting the 1 point for the Dragons there. The rebounding margin is just +3 in favor of Ritchie County. And again, the big difference in that first half was the turnover battle, and that one won easily by Ritchie County. 5 for the Rebels compared to 10, as we mentioned, for Cameron, with 7 steals credited to the Rebels in that first half of play. Then if we take a look at some of the individual performances in the first half of action, just 6 players come into the game for the Rebels this afternoon. Leading the way in scoring is Isaac Hodges with 19 points, getting it done efficiently from the field shooting. 8 of 11, missed his 1 3-point opportunity and missed 1 of his 4 free throws in that first half. He also had 4 rebounds to go along with 3 assists. And he also has 2 blocks and 2 steals in the game this afternoon as well. Then the next leading scorer in the game is his teammate Turner Schreiber with 11 points. He was perfect from the field in that first half, 5 of 5. He missed 1 of his 2 free throw attempts and then also chipped in 2 rebounds in the first half, as well as 1 steal in his 13 minutes out on the court. Then just 6 points spread out the rest of the way for the Rebels. 4 points for Rhett Johnson on 2 of 6 from the floor. He's 0 for 3 from beyond the 3-point line. Also has 2 rebounds in this first half. And then the other player in the scoring column for the Rebels is Garrett Flesher. He has 2 points on 1 of 2 shooting to go along with 2 rebounds and an assist. For the Dragons, leading scorer with 10, the only player in double figures for the Dragons is Mason Scott. He got there on 3 of 7 shooting from the field, 1 of 1 from beyond the 3-point line. He was also 3 of 4 from the free throw line, also had 4 rebounds and an assist in 16 minutes in that first half. Out on the court for the entirety of that first half of play. The only player to see 16 minutes in the first half for Cameron. Then after that, the scoring is spread out amongst 4 players. 5 for Fry on 2 of 7 shooting, 1 of 4 from the field to go along with 2 rebounds. 4 points for Pezuski on 2 of 3 shooting to go along with 2 assists for him. And 3 points for Hunter Dobbs on a 3-pointer from the left wing in that first half, and then 2 points for Colin Majors. He also had 2 rebounds and an assist, and had 2 personal fouls in that first half of action as well. Getting ready for quarter number 3 now, as the Dragons will inbound to start things off. Trying to avoid a 5-second call. Fry finally gets it in, and then handed off right back to him by Majors. So it's Estelle Majors, Fry, Bezuski, as well as Scott out on the floor for the Dragons in their home white. Ball deflected out of bounds, last touched by the Rebels. And it's the same starting five that began the game for Ritchie County: Johnson, Shriver, Hodges, Flesher, and Satterfield. Fry over with it on the right side of the floor. 12-point deficit for the Dragons to start this second half. Bezuski kicks it to Scott, top of the key. He'll drive into the lane, kick off for Estelle, back out to Bezuski. Three-pointer off the mark, rebound underneath, tipped, and it'll be out of bounds, last touched by the Dragons. So the Rebels will head the other way now, going from left to right across your screen here in half number 2. It'll be Flesher to bring it up for the Rebels, trying to extend this 12-point lead out. Rebels have led the entire way in this one after the opening bucket, 16 seconds into it. 18 seconds into it. Three-pointer off the mark there for Johnson. Scott will control the miss and bring it up for the Dragons. Estelle cut off there in the keyhole, back out to Majors. I'll hand off to Scott. Scott's defender overplays the handoff and now pulls him off, and an offensive foul called there. Just an elbow stuck out by Colin Majors. That is his third personal foul, team's first of this quarter. And the Rebels come the other way, still leading by 12. Both teams looking for their opening bucket of this second half. Shriver swings over to Satterfield, into the corner now for Flesher. Back out to the right of the top key. Johnson with it inside the keyhole. Kicks back out to Satterfield, back out to Flesher, top of the key. Nearly walked it, but able to hold up that pivot foot. And now a walk by Hodges at the top of the key, and we head the other direction. Just the 6th turnover of the game for Ritchie County. And still looking for our opening basket of half number 2. 36-24 our score. Still 2 minutes into quarter number 3. And a turnover there as Estelle's unable to hold on to it. Loses it along the sideline on the near side of the court here. Turnover number 12 for the Dragons in this contest. Johnson thought about the three, instead swings to Flesher, top of the key. Back to Johnson on the left wing. Johnson will center things up. Kick over to Satterfield, right wing. Back to Johnson. Dragons now in a 2-3 zone defense. Jumper left short. Rebound underneath, controlled by Bezuski. Still, long pass up the floor, finds Mason Scott. Scott on the left side thought about it, instead kicks over to Fry. Fry three-pointer from the corner, no good. And Flesher will grab the rebound for the Rebels. 3 minutes into this third quarter, still without a score. Finally comes now as Hodges will bank it in off the right side on the layup. And there's our first basket. Again, comes 3 minutes into the second half. That'll push the lead up to 14 now for the Rebels. Near turnover here is deflected off of Rhett Johnson's hands and out of bounds into the table where I sit here on the near side of the court. Dragons on the inbound, back out to Scott. Scott works his way to the right side, loses it, but into the hands of his teammate Fry. Ball then deflected and out of bounds into the Dragons bench. So a sub will come in now as Hunter Dobbs will check in to relieve Mason Scott. First time Scott has sat this entire game. Ball deflected on the floor. Back at half court, a jump ball is called, and we'll head the other way to the Rebels. Those active hands for Ritchie County have, again, led to 13 turnovers now in this contest, and we're going to call that a steal for the Rebels. So 8 steals in the game now as well for Ritchie County. Johnson kicks to Satterfield, back out to Schreiber, and then it's swung over and worked over to the left side for Hodges. He'll find a wide open man in the corner. Flesher, kicked back out to the free throw line for Johnson. Johnson's left-handed shot up and too strong off the backboard and off the front of the iron, but it'll be rebounded by Majors. Dobbs will bring it up now for Cameron. Estelle into the left corner for Fry, and he'll dribble back out, and the Dragons will reset the offense. Pazuski, shot is blocked by Hodges out of bounds. As Kyler McCulley will check in, he'll replace Trey Estelle. 3:39 to go, Dragons on the inbound, looking for their first basket of the second half still. Just one so far in this second half. That came a minute and a half ago now by Ritchie County. McCulley on the right side of the floor, puts the ball now on the ground, dribbling over to the left side. Back out to Dobbs between the rings. Pazuski feeds to a cutter. Shot there is no good by Majors. Couldn't finish off the left side, and the Rebels will head the other direction. Been nearly 2 minutes without a basket in this third quarter. Hodges gets to the basket, can't finish the first time. Rebound tipped and controlled by his teammate, but that shot won't fall. Then it's controlled by the Dragons underneath. Trap comes now there along the baseline. Ball deflected out of bounds. It'll stay with the Dragons, set to come up the floor. And Cameron's still without a score here in this third quarter as Mason Scott will check back in. He'll replace Pazuski. Fry in the middle of this press break now. Swings it over to Scott. Scott with a lob pass up the floor for Majors. Majors' pass is stolen away by Hodges. Hodges going to try to attack the basket here on a 1-on-2. Shot won't fall. Mason Scott will get the rebound and come up the floor for the Dragons. Feed down inside is stolen away by Johnson. Back and forth turnovers by both sides. Hodges stepped through there. Shot won't fall. Long rebound tipped back out to Schreiber. Schreiber attacks. Can't finish there in the middle of the lane. And the Dragons will come the other direction now. Again, still looking for their first points of this second half. 6 minutes have elapsed in quarter number 3, and we've got just one basket. Three-pointer there off the mark from Scott. Rebound tipped and then thrown back in to Rhett Johnson for the Rebels. An ugly third quarter so far. Pass kicked out to Hodges. Three-pointer up, too strong off the back of the iron. McCulley with the rebound back out on the wing for the Dragons. McCulley able to break that pressure. Lob fid down inside for Majors. Ball deflected off of him. Out of his arms, out of bounds. It'll be off of Rhett Johnson. It'll stay with the Dragons. Pazuski checks back in. He'll replace Majors. And sub coming in is Malolepsky. He will replace Satterfield. Dragons on the inbounds. Fed into Dobbs. Dobbs' shot is rejected by Hodges. Quick pass up the floor after the block goes to Johnson. Johnson with the quick score up the floor off the right side of the glass and in. Just the second made basket of the quarter by either side, both of them by the Rebels. Three-pointer up and good there for Camden Fry, his second. And that's the first basket of the third quarter for the Dragons. Comes with a minute to go in the quarter. Johnson on the other end trying to match a three, left it well short. And that'll go out of bounds after not touching anything there around the basket. It's a 13-point lead for Ritchie County. Dragons break the pressure again. McCulley kicks back out to Scott. Scott in the right corner. Steps back into a three. It's up and good. took them 7 minutes to get going, but they get back-to-back threes on back-to-back possessions. Deficit down to 10 now for the Dragons, 40-30. With 22 seconds to go. Feed inside, wide open Hodges. Shot is blocked there by Scott. Dragons with it now, 15 seconds to go on the clock. Feed down inside, wide open there is Carter Pazuski, and he lays it up and in. Deficit cut to 8 now with 5 seconds to go. Johnson swings over to Flesher. Shot is up. It will not fall. We head to the fourth quarter. The deficit is cut to 8 now for the Dragons. Again, it took them a little while to get going, but they finish the quarter out with 2 threes on back-to-back possessions. And it's an 8-point game headed to the fourth. We're back with more right after this.
This is how you crack, crunch, and flavor. Walk with me. For generations, Utz has been turning the family-owned recipes into snacks that really satisfy. And it's my job as Chief Crunch and Flavor Officer to maintain that track record. We don't take any shortcuts with the Treasure Family recipes and only choose the flavoriest ingredients because there's a saying around here.
Crunch and flavor over everything.
We see crunch a lot.
How's it looking, Keith?
Looking crunchy, boss.
Utz.
There's a place where innovation becomes transformation, where you'll find that education is not just about learning, but about being excited to learn. A place to feel at home. Pursue dreams and prepare for careers. Build lifelong friendships. And a place where you'll be encouraged and mentored along your journey. Discover your future. Get ready to soar. The University of Charleston.
Get ready for the fourth quarter of play between Ritchie County and Cameron. The Dragons cut the deficit to 8 after winning the third quarter, 8-4. Took them, again, most of that third quarter to get the scoring going. Closed out that quarter on a nice run to cut the deficit and start this fourth quarter with the basketball. Pazuski drives down the lane, loses it on the drive down, and is deflected last touched by the Dragons, so it'll turn things over to the Rebels. Satterfield will check out. In is Dylan Malalepsky. Flesher kicks over to Malalepsky. Feed down inside. It's deflected away, but into the hands of Brett Johnson in the right corner. He'll lob it back out where it's controlled by Hodges. Flesher drives in, cut off. Feed down inside the paint for Hodges, and out of bounds. Last touched by the Rebels. Schreiber had a nice find there, but 2 defenders closed in on Hodges, and he was unable to get the shot off there. So back to the Dragons. A chance to cut this deficit to just a couple of possessions here. Pass, though, is stolen away. Rebels on the other end of the floor. Lay-in won't finish there for Malalepsky, but he will head to the free throw line as a foul is called on the Dragons. Their first, and Kyler McCulley's first. Been a fairly foul-free game. Malalepsky's first free throw up and good. He's in the scoring column for the first time this afternoon. One more on the way for him. Chance to make it a double-digit lead once again. A little too strong that time. Rebound tipped and controlled by the Dragons. Fry feeds into the corner to Dobbs. Dobbs will swing back out to McCauley. McCauley kicks back out to Scott, top of the key. Will drive down the right side of the lane. Jump stop, shot off the glass and won't fall, but a foul called there. And they're going to call that in the act of shooting. That'll be Ritchie County's first this quarter. And that'll be the first on Dylan Malalepsky. Mason Scott, free throw up and good. He was 3 for 4 in the first half. One more on the way for him. Second one too strong. Make him 4 of 6 for the game. Deficit back to 8. 41-33 with 6.5 and change to go in the fourth quarter. Feed down to the block for Shriver. Shriver trying to muscle a shot, or at least muscle his shoulder in to create some space. But kicks it back out. Johnson on the drive in. Will dish back out, and it's swung over to Hodges in the left corner. Feed into the paint. His pass is tipped, and it'll be deflected out of bounds. Malolewski held off from touching it to allow the Rebels to inbound from the baseline. Hodges will get the pass there on the right wing, drives into the paint. Shot is up and is good. Isaac Hodges with 23 points now. That matches his season average in scoring. Forces a turnover there. Malolewski has it then tapped away from him out of bounds. It'll go into the scorer's table, where that will allow the Rebels to make a sub. Out will go Shriver. Back in comes Satterfield. Rebels have had to go just 6 deep this afternoon for this 10-point lead right now. Johnson drives baseline on the left side, kicks out into the right corner, swung over to Malolewski. Jumper left short, rebound underneath taken by Dobbs, and then a foul called there after the rebound. That'll be against the Rebels. That is their second. They're going to get that on Carter Satterfield, his first. Scott off the glass, can't get the fall off the left side. Hodges with a rebound, and will push up the floor now. Feed back to Hodges' free throw line, kicked out to Flesher. Spin around, back out to Johnson left wing, pull up inside the three-point line, and it's up and good. Johnson with his 8th points of the contest now, back to a 12-point advantage. Floater in the lane is no good there for Fry. Rebound controlled by Flesher. Flesher into the left corner for Johnson. Satterfield feeds inside. A beautiful bullet pass in there for Hodges, and Hodges lays it in there off the right side. Had a small margin for error there, and it's thrown in there on a rocket to find Hodges, and that'll push the lead back up to 14 now, 47-33 for Ritchie County. Quick timeout. We'll step aside to take this break with them as well. We're back with more right after this.
The South Charleston Memorial Ice Arena, where the Valley goes to skate. Conveniently located at the shops of Trace Fork next to Target, the Memorial Ice Arena has everything you'll want for a day on the ice. Between public skating sessions, Totsicles, the Learn to Skate program, figure skating, adult and youth hockey leagues, and bumper cars, there is always something to do at the Memorial Ice Arena. Call 304-744-4423 for more information. The West Virginia Adult Education Center has free resources to help you get your GED, learn new job skills, earn workplace certifications, and learn English as a second language. No matter where you're starting from, we're here to help. With locations all across the state, changing your life has never been easier. Learn, train, succeed, and earn more money today by visiting our website at freegedwv.com.
4:35 to go in the fourth quarter in the third game of the day, our first broadcast of the day here at the Snyder of Berlin Utz Snacks Shootout presented by Game Changer. Ritchie County leading this one through 3.5 against Cameron. Scott with a attack of the basket there on the left side. Can't get the finger roll to fall. was a 12-point Rebel lead at halftime. The Dragons were able to cut it to 8 after 3, but so far through the first 4 minutes of quarter number 4, the Rebels have been able to push it back up to now 14 points. Cut down to 12, though, as a turnaround jumper is up and good for Colin Majors, his second field goal of the contest. Now the Dragons going to have to string together some stops to go along with these scores. Johnson on the right side finds Schreiber at the top of the key. Ball on the floor, and it's taken away by the Dragons. Fry with it. Pass is deflected and controlled, though, by Estelle. And he dishes off for Scott, and Scott will wait for the defender to go around him, and then he'll lay it up and in. Back to a 10-point deficit for the Dragons. And Ritchie County's been in front of this one the entire game, as the Dragons will now force a turnover. Pass up the floor is taken away by Johnson. He'll feed down to Hodges. Hodges with a turnaround, gets into the lane, and he'll lay it up and in. Isaac Hodges with 27 points. Making it look easy this afternoon here at West Virginia State. Ball deflected, last touched by Satterfield, and it'll stay with the Dragons on this end of the floor. And Cameron's got to start stringing together stops and scores to cut this one down and to get back into it. Down but not out just yet are the Dragons. Scott pull up 3 from the right wing, left short, but Majors with an offensive rebound underneath, then has it tapped away from him. They're going to call a foul on the Rebels. That'll be their third. As they call that foul on Turner Schreiber, his second. Fry into the corner to Majors, swung back out to Estelle. Finds the cutter, Scott. Scott through the contact, finishes, count the bucket, and one. Mason Scott trying to will the Dragons back in this one. He's up to 18 points in the contest, as that is the 4th team foul on the Rebels. A 30-second timeout called by Cameron, as they now trail by 10. Free throw coming up here in just a second. As we take a look at the wide vision of the court here at West Virginia State University in our Snyder of Berlin Utz Snacks Shootout, presented by Game Changer. Thank you for joining us, our Media Center crew, here with you all week long in this fantastic event put on by Ravenswood as well as George Washington High Schools. 2 of them getting together every year to help plan this event, and it's a great event every year here at West Virginia State University. Back out of the timeout, it will be Mason Scott at the free throw line. Again, this is just game number 3 of our 4th and final day. It's our first broadcast of the day, as Mason Scott makes the and one opportunity for a 3-point play. The lead is now down to 9 for Ritchie County, 49-40. Jumper at the free throw line, rattles in and out for Hodges. Scott with a rebound there underneath. That is Scott's 7th rebound of the contest. Go along with his 19 points. Majors swings over to Scott on the right side of the floor. Scott gets a screen, but instead doesn't take it. Goes off the other side. Corner from the 3 from the corner is up and good. Scott with his 3rd triple of the day. It's a 6-point deficit now with 1:37 to go. Shot will not go even if it did fall. A traveling violation called there on Turner Schreiber. It'll give it back to the Dragons with 1:30 to go. 6-point game. Dragons with a chance to cut that deficit down on this possession here. McCulley puts the ball on the floor, kicks back out to Scott. Thought about the three, instead will attack the basket, puts a shot up, off the cylinder and out, but he'll head to the free throw line to shoot a pair. Foul called on Schreiber, his third, team's fifth. So that means that the Dragons are in the bonus for the final 74 seconds of the game. Free throw up and good for Mason Scott. He's only missed 2 of his 8 free throws this afternoon. 1 more on the way on this trip. Second one up and good, just as money as the first one was. It's a 4-point game now, 49-45. Hodges. And a timeout called by Ritchie County, a full timeout with 1:06 to go in the fourth quarter. Rebels lead down to just 4 against the Dragons. We'll step aside for a break and be back with more right after this.
We're here to help you live well, and our new name reflects that. WellPoint.
This HDmedia production of West Virginia High School basketball is brought to you by Utz, the American snack brand crafted with care for more than 100 years. Game Changer, designed to educate, support, and empower our youth. The Charleston Gazette-Mail, with digital subscriptions beginning at just $9.99 for 3 months. And by Full Court Press, your weekly WVU basketball radio show. Check your local listings for times or visit pressvirginia.com.
66 ticks left on the clock here at West Virginia State University in this matchup between the Ritchie County Rebels and the Cameron Dragons. After a timeout by the Rebels, it's their basketball. Inbounding just to the right of my broadcast location on this near sideline. Johnson gets the inbounds. Swung back to Fletcher. Fletcher has the ball taken away from him. Mason Scott able to bring it up the floor now for the Dragons with less than a minute to go. Scott dishes it off for Majors. Ball lost by him. Ball on the floor. Controlled, though, by the Dragons. Scott, three-pointer, left short, off the backboard, and controlled by Malalewski. Rebels with the basketball. 40 seconds to go. Dragons down by 4 still. And an offensive foul called on Isaac Hodges. A charge taken there by the Dragons gives them the basketball back with 32.8 seconds left. That is Hodges' first personal foul. Dragons going to let the ball roll up the floor a little bit now, pick it up as it crossed the free throw line. And a timeout now taken by Cameron with 29 seconds to go. A full timeout taken. With a break in the action, we'll step aside for a break as well. And our Snyder of Berlin Utz Snacks Shootout presented by Game Changer. 29 seconds left in the fourth. We're back with more right after this.
Jennifer Garner, United States Senator Shelley Moore Capito, and Jim Justice. Former U.S. Senator Joe Manchin, Brad Smith, Gordon Gee, Nick Saban, Brad Paisley, Jim Tressel, and Roy Williams are among the many game changers who have lent their time and talents in support of an ambitious idea. The idea that together we can change the game on substance misuse and prevent drug use before it starts.
Impact, discovery, inspiration, innovation, opportunity. For more than 130 years, West Virginia State University has stood as a pathway to prosperity for thousands of students. At State, you study in cutting-edge programs, learn from award-winning faculty in small class settings. No matter where you want to go or what you want to do, it starts at State.
29 seconds to go in the fourth quarter of a 4-point ball game between Cameron and Ritchie County. Adam Rogers, our Media Center crew, thanks for joining us this afternoon for our Snyder of Berlin Utz Snacks Shootout presented by Game Changer. Just the first game of our broadcast day, game 3 of the day overall. Estelle gets to the basket, shot off the side of the backboard. He's out of bounds, and it'll be off of the Dragons. Rebel basketball with 22.6 to go. Majors providing pressure on the ball, gets into Johnson. Johnson able to lob it up court, find his teammate, Malalewski. He gets to the basket, and he'll lay it in. 6-point lead, 10 seconds to go. Scott gets to the basket, lays it up and in. Back to a 4-point lead, and the Rebels won't even try to inbound it. No point there as they will hold on for a 4-point win, 51-47. But the Rebels led by as many as 16 with 1:15 to go in the third quarter, and the Dragons tried to claw their way back into this one, breathing fire in the fourth, but ran out of gas in the end. It will be Boyd County taking on South Charleston in boys basketball action. Boyd County out of Kentucky filling in for Washington in our games today. And then we'll have a pair of matchups between Parkersburg South Patriots and the Huntington Highlanders. The girls will tip off at 3 o'clock, and then, or excuse me, at 5 o'clock. Then the boys, Patriots and Highlanders, will duke it out at 6:30. And then we'll have one final game for you where it'll be Polka Dot Boys taking on Philip Barber Colts at 8 o'clock. So again, that's our slate of games for you for the rest of today. We've got about 20 minutes between the end of the last game and this next one between Buchanan Upshur and Ripley. So we'll step aside for a little bit. And then again, Taylor Kennedy will have the call of that one between the Vikings and the Buccaneers. It's coming up after this on High School Game Day on the RSN Sports Network, powered by HDMedia. Again, we're here at the Snyder of Berlin Utz Snacks Shootout, presented by Game Changer. Back with more after this in a bit.
This is how you crack, crunch, and flavor. Walk with me. For generations, Utz has been turning the family-owned recipes into snacks that really satisfy. And it's my job as Chief Crunch and Flavor Officer to maintain that track record. We don't take any shortcuts with the Treasure Family recipes and only choose the flavoriest ingredients because there's a saying around here.
Crunch and flavor over everything.
We see crunch a lot.
How's it looking, Keith?
Looking crunchy, boss.
Utz.
Jennifer Garner, United States Senator Shelley Moore Capito, and Jim Justice, former U.S. Senator Joe Manchin, Brad Smith, Gordon Gee, Nick Saban, Brad Paisley, Jim Tressel, and Roy Williams are among the many game changers who have lent their time and talents in support of an ambitious idea. The idea that together we can change the game on substance misuse and prevent drug use before it starts.
This HDmedia production of West Virginia High School basketball is brought to you by Utz, the American snack brand crafted with care for more than 100 years. Game Changer, designed to educate, support, and empower our youth. The Charleston Gazette-Mail, with digital subscriptions beginning at just $9.99 for 3 months. And by Full Court Press, your weekly WVU basketball radio show. Check your local listings for times or visit pressvirginia.com.
Impact, discovery, inspiration, innovation, opportunity. For more than 130 years, West Virginia State University has stood as a pathway to prosperity for thousands of students. At State, you study in cutting-edge programs, learn from award-winning faculty in small class settings. No matter where you want to go or what you want to do, it starts at State.
The South Charleston Memorial Ice Arena, where the Valley goes to skate. Conveniently located at the shops of Trace Fork next to Target, the Memorial Ice Arena has everything you'll want for a day on the ice. Between public skating sessions, totsicles, the Learn to Skate program, figure skating, adult and youth hockey leagues, and bumper cars, there is always something to do at the Memorial Ice Arena. Call 304-744-4423 for more information.
There's a place where innovation becomes transformation, where you'll find that education is not just about learning, but about being excited to learn. A place to feel at home. Pursue dreams and prepare for careers. Build lifelong friendships. And a place where you'll be encouraged and mentored along your journey. Discover your future. Get ready to soar. The University of Charleston.
Welcome inside the Doris W. and Walter F. Johnson, the third arena on the campus of West Virginia State University for the final day of the Snyder of Berlin Utz Snacks Shootout presented by Game Changer, as we have a matchup, the 1:30 matchup between the Ripley Vikings and the Buckhannon Upshur Buccaneers. Hi, everybody. I'm Taylor Kennedy. Thank you all for joining us. However you may be watching us, we appreciate you all tuning in. We got a good matchup on display. Ripley coming into this game 12-4 on the season. Started the season 1-2 before winning 8 straight. And since starting the season 1-2, they have won 11 of their last 13 games since that start. On the flip side, Buckhannon Upshur entering with a 10-6 record, having won 3 of its last 4. Buckhannon Upshur in an all-blue top and bottom with Bucks across the chest with the white numerals as well. Ripley, white jerseys, blue and gray lining on the sides, full white with Vikes across the chest and blue numerals as well. Our officials today, Nathan Ramsey, Mike Price, and Brad Compton. As we are underway at the 1:30 game between Buckhannon Upshur and Ripley. This is the leading scorer for Buckhannon Upshur, number 14, Jaron Westfall. Ball gets back up top to Brody McDaniels, left side to Javon Westfall. Kick out 3 there by Brody Jaron. That's no good. Rebounded by Brandon Size, for the Ripley Vikings. Quickly up the other way. Kyler Doss averaging 10 points per game, gets it into the hands of Blake Justice, who's averaging 11 points. One of two players for this Ripley team averaging 11 points, the other being Matthew Stellato, who will be mentioned a lot today. He now has the ball up top. Dishes the ball inside. That's Parker Smith, and he lays it up for 2 points. And that's the opening basket of the game, with Ripley taking a 2-0 advantage at the 7-minute mark of the opening quarter, with a full court man-to-man pressure now by Ripley. Javon Westfall gets it all the way to a wide open Brody Jaron, who lays it up no good. Ball batted around into the hands of Ripley. Back the other way, here comes Sias. Stellato up front, dribbles down north-south. Backdoor cut there. That's Blake Justice, and he lays it up for him. A quick 4-0 lead there by Ripley leads to a timeout for Coach Jason Westfall with 6:32 left here. We'll take it with him. We'll be back after this.
The West Virginia Adult Education Center has free resources to help you get your GED, learn new job skills, earn workplace certifications, and learn English as a second language. No matter where you're starting from, we're here to help. With locations all across the state, changing your life has never been easier. Learn, train, succeed, and earn more money today by visiting our website at freegedwv.com.
Ripley jumps out to a quick 4-0 advantage over Buchanan Upshur with 6:32 left here in the opening quarter. The bucket by Blake Justice led to a 30-second timeout by head coach Jason Westfall of the Buccaneers. We have a full court pass now into the hands of Jaron Westfall, who gets double teamed into the far right corner. He's trying to find somebody. Ball batted around, tipped by Sias. Back the other way. Here comes Ripley. Scoop shot up, layup no good. Ball batted around. Back into the hands of Ripley up front to Stellato. Stellato looking, trying to find somebody now. Blake Justice trying to orchestrate the offense here with a 4-0 advantage. Backcourt ball thrown behind the intended target of Blake Justice as Brandon Sias tried to find a streaking Justice down the baseline. Ripley still leading 4-0. Inside of 6 minutes now. Tipped. Now here's Jaron. Jaron's shot's no good. Ball tipped. Ball goes out of bounds and will go to Ripley. Checking in for Buchanan Upshur is number 4, Jacob Fry, a sophomore. Buchanan Upshur has yet to make a field goal, 0-3 to start as we enter the 5:45 mark of this contest. Justice up front. Guarded by Fry. Ball swung around now. Back up top into the hands of Justice on the right wing. Up top now to Smith. Smith, now Stellato. Stellato guarded by Javon Westfall. Stellato will go downhill, gets stopped. Down to Justice's hands. Justice trying to find somebody. Size started about a 3, takes it all the way in. No good. Ball batted around, now into the hands of Jaron Westfall. For making their first 2 baskets, Ripley has missed its last 2. Ripley staying in that full court pressure as another timeout is called at 5 minutes exactly by Buchanan Upshur head coach Jason Westfall. We'll take it with us. This is the Snyder of Berlin Utz Snacks Shootout presented by Game Changer.
We're here to help you live well, and our new name reflects that. WellPoint.
So Ripley was still up 4-0. They've made their first 2 baskets of the contest. They have since missed its last 2. Buchanan Upshur still trying to figure out and get an offensive rhythm. They've missed their first 3 baskets, 3 shots of the game, I should say. Ripley staying in this full court man-to-man pressure, which has caused a little bit of issue and a little bit of confusion as well for the Buccaneers. This is Javon Westfall gets the ball batted around. Stolen away by Ripley. Up ahead to Blake Justice. Fakes it, missed, no good. Rebound to Smith. Smith's shot was partially blocked. Now into the hands of Javon Westfall. Westfall gets the ball across the half-court line to Jacob Fry. Brody McDaniels, his shot up is good for the first points of the game. Buchanan Upshur now trailing 4-2. Ripley quick back down the other way. Smith up top. Looking, gets it into the hands of Stellato. Ripley's done a good job thus far moving the basketball. I don't know why that shot did not go up, but here's a shot now by Kyler Doss. That shot no good. Rebounded by number 3, Javon Westfall. Here's that Vikings pressure we've seen thus far. It has turned Buchanan Upshur twice in the opening 4 minutes of the game. Here's a left corner 3 by Ethan Garvin. That's no good. Rebounded into the hands of Smith. He'll bring it up into the hands of Stellato. Stellato will go all the way down. His scoop shot no good. Good contest there by Jaron Westfall. Rebounded into the hands of Javon Westfall. Ripley still leading 4-2. Still amping up the pressure. Jaron Westfall backing down the smaller Stellato. He kicks it out. McDaniels, corner to Garvin. A little bit of a triangle offense. Westfall will go for the shot. Strong take there by the leading scorer of this Buchanan Upshur team, Jaron Westfall. We are now tied at 4. Inside of 3 minutes now. Here's Stellato, right corner 3. That's good. Matthew Stellato connects on the first triple for either side, and it comes inside of 3 minutes. Ripley takes back the lead at 7-4. Now the ball stolen away there. Here's Justice. His left-handed shot's good. Another timeout. We have a full timeout now. That's 3 timeouts taken by Buccaneers head coach Jason Westfall, and it comes with 2:35 left here in the opening quarter. Stay right here. Well, actually, no, we will take it with them. With Ripley up 9-4, we're back after this.
This is how you crack, crunch, and flavor. Walk with me. For generations, Utz has been turning the family-owned recipes into snacks that really satisfy. And it's my job as Chief Crunch and Flavor Officer to maintain that track record. We don't take any shortcuts with the Treasure Family recipes and only choose the flavoriest ingredients because there's a saying around here.
Crunch and flavor over everything.
We say crunch a lot.
How's it looking, Keith?
Looking crunchy, boss.
Utz.
Jennifer Garner, United States Senator Shelley Moore Capito, and Jim Justice, former U.S. Senator Joe Manchin, Brad Smith, Gordon Gee, Nick Saban, Brad Paisley, Jim Tressel, and Roy Williams are among the many game changers who have lent their time and talents in support of an ambitious idea. The idea that together we can change the game on substance misuse and prevent drug use before it starts.
So Buchanan Upshur gets 4 quick points, I should say. Ripley responds with a quick 5-0 spurt of its own. They now lead 9-4 inside of 2:33 in this opening quarter after Buchanan Upshur head coach Jason Westfall took the 3rd timeout of this opening quarter for the Buccaneers. Here is BU now. As Jaron will go all the way. We have an offensive foul. Good take there by Ripley's number 1, Brady McVeigh, junior guard, 5'6", 150. Good job there stepping in and drawing the charge as Brody Jaron was going down full steam ahead, and McVeigh stepped in and took the charge. That is Jaron's first personal foul of the contest. Both teams not shooting it well. A combined 6 of 16 for the floor thus far. Ripley shooting 4 of 10, 40%. And then Buchanan Upshur shooting 2 of 6 for 33%. That shot there by Buchanan Upshur is no good. Full court pressure again. Now Jaron Westfall, we have a foul. Quick foul, blocking foul will be called on number 4, Kyler Doss. Doss is averaging 10 points per game this season. He's one of 3 Ripley players averaging double figures, with the other ones being Matthew Stellato and Blake Justice. Here's Jaron Westfall. Good spin there by Westfall. Shot no good, but foul is called on Ripley. They give it to number 11, Brandon Size, as Jaron Westfall will go to the free throw line for his first trip of the afternoon. First one up and good for Westfall. He's shooting 59% from the free throw line this season. Second shot up is good. That cuts the Buccaneers deficit to 3, 9-6 inside of 2 minutes now in this opening quarter of play. High pick there, Stellato, pull up Jay from the right elbow, no good, rebound batted around into the hands of Xavier Robinette. Quickly back comes Buchanan Upshur. We have a traveling call. That will be the 5th turnover by BU in this opening quarter. So I mentioned how both teams are struggling from the floor. Ripley has converted on 2 of its last 10 field goals. They still lead 9-6. Good ball movement here by Ripley as Doss goes all the way in. Ball ends up into the hands. Back to Doss. He'll put up a 3 from the right corner. No good. Rebounded. Buchanan Upshur. Here they go inside of a minute 15 now. Good high trap there by Ripley, but Javon Westfall gets out of it. Here's Jaron Westfall now. He finds a wide open player in the corner. That is number 13, Xavier Robinette. His 3-pointer no good. 50-50 ball. Who's going to get it? Ends up into the hands of Ripley. Inside of a minute now. Justice gets the play call from Coach Derek Mullins. Justice goes all the way in. Shot no good. Rebounded. Buchanan Upshur. Brody Jaron corrals the loose ball. Ripley now 0 of its last 4 field goal tries. Ball stolen away. That's a 6th turnover now by Buchanan Upshur. Here comes Ripley into the hands of Justice. Back outside. One more pass. That's Doss. Doss puts up a 3. That's good. Kyler Doss drills the 3-pointer from the left wing. His 5th point. Ripley now leads by 6, 12-6 inside of 15 seconds now. Good shot there by McDaniels. Now it's down to 4 with 4 seconds left. Now 3, now 2. Here's Doss from half court. His shot up is off the front part of the rim, no good. And we will go to the break with Ripley ahead, 12-8. We're back after this from the Snyder of Berlin Utz Snacks Shootout presented by Game Changer.
This HDMedia production of West Virginia High School basketball is brought to you by Utz, the American snack brand crafted with care for more than 100 years. Game Changer, designed to educate, support, and empower our youth. The Charleston Gazette-Mail, with digital subscriptions beginning at just $9.99 for 3 months. And by Full Court Press, your weekly WVU basketball radio show. Check your local listings for times or visit pressvirginia.com.
Impact, discovery, inspiration, innovation, opportunity. For more than 130 years, West Virginia State University has stood as a pathway to prosperity for thousands of students. At State, you study in cutting-edge programs, learn from award-winning faculty in small class settings. No matter where you want to go or what you want to do, it starts at State.
Go State!
Back inside the Doris W. and Walter F. Johnson III Arena for the final day of the Snyder of Berlin Utz Snacks Shootout presented by Game Changer. Quick look at the numbers there. Both teams shooting a combined 8 of 23, with Ripley shooting 5 of 15. Buchanan Upshur 3 of 8 from the floor. Both teams are also shooting a combined 2 of 12 from 3. Ripley shooting 50%, 2 of 4, with Stellato and Doss both connecting from 3. And then Buchanan Upshur has a slight rebound advantage, 8-7 over Ripley. Ripley has also forced 6 Buccaneers turnovers in the opening quarter of play. Here's Stellato. He'll go downhill, far right baseline. Back up top, down to the hands of Smith. Smith, now Justice. Justice dribbles with the right hand, kicks it back out. Now we'll reset the offense with Sias. Sias now into the hands of Stellato with a 12-8 advantage. Stellato also has 3 points, 1 of 3 from the floor to start. Little Globetrotter weave action by the Vikings. Ripley continuing to move the ball around. Here's Smith, guarded tightly there by Robinette. Smith will go up with the left hand. It's good. Parker Smith, the 6'2 sophomore, connects on his 4th point of the contest. Ripley now up 4-8. Javon Westfall crosses the timeline, up ahead. Here's a left wing 3 by McDaniels. His shot no good, rebound is Stellato. Stellato advances the ball ahead to Doss. Doss back up top to Stellato. Doss will go downhill. His shot no good, but a foul will be called on number 3, Javon Westfall. That'll be his first personal of the game. Team's first this quarter. Doss's first trip to the line will also be Ripley's first trip to the line as he connects on the first of 2 free throws, making it a 7-point Viking lead, 15-8. Second shot up, no good. Rebounded into the hands of Javon Westfall. Buchanan Upshur trying to figure out this Ripley full court pressure and just pressure overall in the half court set. Very physical Ripley team. Here, thought about a jumper. Kicks it back out as Javon will get the play call from Jason Westfall. Inside, this is Jaron Westfall. Three Vikings there, but a foul is called on an attempt near the rim as Jaron Westfall will head to the free throw line for 2 shots. Foul will be given to Matthew Stellato. So Jaron Westfall will go back to the free throw line for a second time this afternoon. He connected on his first 2 attempts from the charity stripe in the opening quarter of play. He's got 4 points, 1 of 1 from the field, and 3 rebounds in 10 minutes of action. His first free throw up is good, making it 15-9 Ripley with 5:37 left here in the second quarter. Second shot up from Westfall is no good. And here comes Ripley now from our left to right. This ball stolen away. Now it's re-stolen by Ripley. Taking a kid's candy. How about that? Taking the kid's candy right there, back to back. Like stealing Halloween candy almost. Here's Doss. Doss will pull up for 3. That's good. Kyler Doss drills his second 3-pointer of the game for his 9th point, making it a 9-point Ripley lead, 18-9. Here comes Buchanan Upshur. Here's Robinette. His shot off, no good. Rebound into the hands of Smith. Smith back the other way now. He'll go downhill. He'll kick it out. Here's Stellato. He'll put up a 3. No good off the left side of the rim. Ball batted around into the hands of Buchanan Upshur. Here's Jaron Westfall. Buchanan Upshur trying to figure out what to do offensively shooting 3 of 10 from the floor to start. 6 turnovers as well. Here's Jaron Westfall, thought about a 3. Way behind the NBA three-point line. Here's McDaniels, averaging 13 points per game. He gives it back to Jaron Westfall. Jaron Westfall thought about another 3. Being patient now, guarded closely here by Parker Smith into the hands of Javon Westfall. Ripley getting a little bit of excitement and of encouragement from their coach, Derek Mullins. They hold a 9-point advantage. Okay, and after trying to wiggle their way through this half-court Vikings defense. Here's Jaron Westfall. Far left corner. Here's Robinette. His three-pointer way off the mark, no good. Into the hands of Doss. Up ahead to Justice. Justice. Bring it back out momentarily. Back up front. Here's Stellato. Stellato will go all the way downhill. Stops, pops, trying to figure out what he wants to do with the ball. Here's Justice. Justice hands the ball off to Sias, and his shot's good. Brandon Sias gets his first bucket of the game, extending that Ripley lead to 11, 20-9. Okay, and after trying to get a score here, they have not scored in the last 2:25. There's a steal there by Blake Justice. Justice back down the other way. Right-handed shot, no good. Had to put a little bit more mustard on that. We have a foul called. It'll go against number 14 in white, Parker Smith, as fresh faces and legs enter the game for Ripley. Brady McVeigh, Zach Arnold, and Jackson Moore into the game for Coach Mullins. Ripley leading 20-9 inside of 3 minutes left. Jason Westfall barking out the play call. Jaron Westfall thought about a 3. Brings it back out to Javon Westfall. Guarded closely here by Stellato. Jaron Westfall corralled by 2 players. Javon Westfall got away with a little bit of a push there with his left elbow. And the foul will be called on Stellato. That'll be his second foul, so he picks up 2 quick fouls here in the second half of the second quarter. Ripley leading 20-9 with a minute 57 left here in the opening half of play. So Javon Westfall heads to the bench, trying to get a little bit of a breather. There's a shot there by Jacob Fry, no good. Rebounded into the hands of Sias. Here comes Ripley now. So it's Caleb Parsons, his three-pointer, no good. Rebounded into the hands of Jaron Westfall. Okay, and Metro has now not scored in the last 4 minutes of play. With its last field goal coming with 8 seconds left in the first quarter. Obviously, they got their last points from a free throw by Jaron Westfall, who has the ball now. He'll put up a 2-pointer, no good. Rebounded into the hands of Allen. We have a foul going the other way. Will be credited to Buchanan Upsher's number 24, Seth Allen. That'll be his first personal, team's second of the quarter. Here's McVeigh now. Crosses the timeline, guarded closely by Jacob Fry. Brings inside of a minute now here in the second quarter. Ripley still up 20-9. There's a turnover. That's Ripley's second turnover of the contest. Here's Jaron Westfall. He'll glide all the way in. Bucket. No, they will wave it off. An offensive foul there. The second charge drawn by Ripley. Comes with 44.6 seconds left as Jaron Westfall glided down from right to left. Went down the left side of the arc. Went up for a shot. Went in. However, they waved it off. An offensive foul was called and given to the leading scorer for the Buccaneers, Jaron Westfall. Westfall's numbers: 18 points, 9 rebounds, 5 assists for the junior in this year's squad. The backdoor cut there by Blake Justice. He gets fouled on the way up. That's Javon Westfall, who just checked back into the game. So Javon picks up his second foul after Jaron Westfall picked up a foul just moments ago. That's the fourth team foul on Buchanan Upshur. As Blake Justice will head to the free throw line for the first time this afternoon. He's got 2 points, 1 of 3 from the floor, 1 rebound, 1 assist. His first shot is no good for Justice. Junior guard, 5'9", 165. Second shot up is good. So now it's 21-9. Okay, and Upshur trying to get away from this pesky Ripley defense. One-handed grab there by Jaron Westfall. He gets it into the corner to McDaniels. He goes all the way and he gets it up for 2. So that's the first field goal for Buchanan Upshur since 8 seconds left in the first quarter of play, who actually got the last basket in the last field goal for the Buccaneers. That full court attempt is no good. Ripley goes into the half ahead by 10, 21-11. And we're back after this from the final day of the Snyder of Berlin Utz Snacks Shootout, presented by Game Changer.
This is how you craft, crunch, and flavor. Walk with me. For generations, Utz has been turning the family-owned recipes into snacks that really satisfy. And it's my job as Chief Crunch and Flavor Officer to maintain that track record. We don't take any shortcuts with the Treasure Family recipes and only choose the flavoriest ingredients, because there's a saying around here:
Crunch and flavor over everything.
We see crunch a lot.
How's it looking, Keith?
Looking crunchy, boss.
Utz.
Jennifer Garner, United States Senator Shelley Moore Capito, and Jim Justice, former U.S. Senator Joe Manchin, Brad Smith, Gordon Gee, Nick Saban, Brad Paisley, Jim Tressel, and Roy Williams are among the many game changers who have lent their time and talents in support of an ambitious idea. The idea that together we can change the game on substance misuse and prevent drug use before it starts.
This HDmedia production of West Virginia High School basketball is brought to you by Utz, the American snack brand crafted with care for more than 100 years. Game Changer, designed to educate, support, and empower our youth. The Charleston Gazette-Mail, with digital subscriptions beginning at just $9.99 for 3 months. And by Full Court Press, your weekly WVU basketball radio show. Check your local listings for times or visit pressvirginia.com. The South Charleston Memorial Ice Arena, where the Valley goes to skate.
Innovation.
Conveniently located at the shops of...
For more than 130 years, West Virginia State University has stood as a pathway to prosperity for thousands of students. At State, you study in cutting-edge programs, learn from award-winning faculty in small class settings. No matter where you want to go or what you want to do, it starts at State.
There's a place where innovation becomes transformation, where you'll find that education is not just about learning, but about being excited to learn. A place to feel at home. Pursue dreams and prepare for careers. Build lifelong friendships. And a place where you'll be encouraged and mentored along your journey. Discover your future. Get ready to soar. The University of Charleston.
The Valley goes to skate.
Conveniently located at the shops of Trace Fork next to Target, the Memorial Ice Arena has everything you'll want for a day on the ice. Between public skating sessions, totsicles, the Learn to Skate program, figure skating, adult and youth hockey leagues, and bumper cars, there is always something to do at the Memorial Ice Arena. Call 304-744-4423 for more information. The West Virginia Adult Education Center has free resources to help you get your GED, learn new job skills, earn workplace certifications, and learn English as a second language. No matter where you're starting from, we're here to help. With locations all across the state, changing your life has never been easier. Learn, train, succeed, and earn more money today by visiting our website at freegedwv.com.
We're here to help you live well, and our new name reflects that. WellPoint.
My name is Gordon Gee, and I am a game changer.
I'm Brad Smith, president of Marshall University, and I am a game changer.
This is how you craft, crunch, and flavor. Walk with me. For generations, Utz has been turning the family-owned recipes into snacks that really satisfy. And it's my job as Chief Crunch and Flavor Officer to maintain that track record. We don't take any shortcuts with the Treasure Family recipes and only choose the flavoriest ingredients because there's a saying around here.
Crunch and flavor over everything.
We see crunch a lot.
How's it looking, Keith?
Looking crunchy, boss.
Utz.
Jennifer Garner, United States Senator Shelley Moore Capito and Jim Justice, former U.S. Senator Joe Manchin, Brad Smith, Gordon Gee, Nick Saban, Brad Paisley, Jim Tressel, and Roy Williams are among the many game changers who have lent their time and talents in support of an ambitious idea. The idea that together we can change the game on substance misuse and prevent drug use before it starts.
Final day here of the Snyder of Berlin Utz Snacks Shootout presented by Game Changer. Halftime here inside the Doris W. and Walter F. Johnson III Arena on West Virginia State University's campus, as Ripley has a 10-point advantage, 21-11 over the Buchanan Upshur Buccaneers. Quick look at the stats. Ripley shooting 8 of 23 from the field, 34.8%. Buchanan Upshur 4 of 14, 28.6%. BU has yet to make a 3, 0 of 5 to start, but on the flip side, Ripley connected on 3 of its 8 three-pointer attempts, 38% from 3. Both teams have attempted 4 free throws in the first half, with BU making 3 of its first 4 and Ripley making 2 of its first 4. Rebounding-wise, fairly even, a slight edge to Buchanan Upshur, as they have out-rebounded Ripley 14-13 in the opening minutes of this contest. Another look into the numbers. Turnover-wise, Buchanan Upshur was turned over 8 times in the first 16 minutes of action. Only 1 turnover, according to the stats broadcast, by Ripley, which came in the second quarter. Ripley converted 6 points off the 8 Buchanan Upshur turnovers. All 14 of BU's rebounds came on the defensive glass. Only 2 offensive rebounds in total for either side, with 2 coming from Ripley. Points in the paint, Ripley has a 6-point advantage, 10-4. And then fast break points even at 2. Steals, Ripley 4-0. And assists, Ripley has assisted 6 times on 8 made baskets. Buchanan Upshur 1 assist on 4 made baskets. Individually, Ripley has been led by Kyler Doss, who connected on 2 triples in the opening minutes of play. He finished 3 of 6 from the field, 2 of 4 from 3, 1 of 2 from the charity stripe, and he finished the opening half with 9 points and 2 assists in 14 minutes of play. Parker Smith also netted 4 points, 2 of 4 from the floor, 5 rebounds in 11 minutes. Blake Justice with 3, Matthew Stellato with 3, and Brandon Cius with 2. flip side for Buchanan Upshur, only 2 players scored in the opening 16 minutes of play for the Buccaneers, with number 11, Brody McDaniels, leading the team in scoring with 6 points, 3 of 4 from the floor, 0 of 1 from 3, 1 rebound in 16 minutes of play. He averages 13 points and 5 rebounds on the season. And then the other 5 points came from junior Jaron Westfall. He finished the opening half with 5 points, 1 of 2 from the floor, got the majority of his points from the free throw line, 3 of 4 from the charity stripe, 5 rebounds in 16 minutes of play. So those two combined for 11 points, 4 of 6 from the floor. So in total, the rest of the team 0 of 8 from the floor. Ripley did not make a field goal in the last 3:13 of the opening half, 0 of 4 on its last 4 field goal attempts. So those are your halftime stats. Ripley again ahead by 10, 21-11. A minute 26 now, 25 now, as both South Charleston and Boyd County are warming up for the next game of this afternoon, as they will square off in the 3:30 game, which should be a great contest between the Black Eagles and Boyd County out of Kentucky. South Charleston coming off a 2-point victory over Huntington, 61-59 earlier this week. They are looking to continue its winning ways under Coach Josh Daniel. So we'll take a quick break here, inside of a minute left.
The South Charleston Memorial Ice Arena, where the Valley goes to skate. Conveniently located at the shops of Trace Fork next to Target, the Memorial Ice Arena has everything you'll want for a day on the ice. Between public skating sessions, totsicles, the Learn to Skate program, figure skating, adult and youth hockey leagues, and bumper cars, there is always something to do at the Memorial Ice Arena. Call 304-744-4423 for more information.
My name is Gordon Gee, and I am a game changer.
I'm Brad Smith, president of Marshall University, and I am a game changer.
Second half action, just a few seconds away from beginning. Ripley up 21-11. Again, no field goals in the last 3:13 of the opening half. Buchanan Upshur will start the second half with the basketball, down 10. Buchanan Upshur in the all-blue jerseys, logo on the back right below the neck area. White numerals with Bucks across the chest. Ripley in its home white uniforms with Vikes across the chest with blue numerals. Referees again for today's game, Nathan Ramsey, Mike Price, and Brad Compton. There's a pass down low from Jaron Westfall into the hands of Xavier Robinette for the first field goal and first points of the second half. Now it's an 8-point game, 21-13. Stellato, right side, hands off to Parker Smith. He'll go all the way down, passes it up, now into the hands of Cias. His shot blocked but fouled as he was going up for a 2-point attempt, as he was fouled by Jaron Westfall, his second personal foul, team's first of the opening half, in the second half of play, I should say. So Cias at the free throw line for the first time this afternoon. He connects on the first. Ripley as a team shooting 3 of 5 from the charity stripe, 60% in today's contest. Second shot up for Cias is good. He now has 4 points. Here's that full court pressure now by Ripley. That gave Buchanan Upshur a lot of trouble. Buchanan Upshur was turned the ball over 8 times in the first 16 minutes of action. Coach Jason Westfall barks out the play call for the Buccaneers. This is Jaron Westfall up top. Here's Jaron Westfall, left wing 3, that swishes in. Over the hand of Parker Smith as Jaron Westfall connects on Buchanan Upshur's first 3-pointer of the game, 23-16, back down the other way. As Blake Justice responds with a 3 of his own, And he lets Buchanan Upshur know that he's here. We're knotted up now at 10, 26-16. Here's that full court pressure again. Now up ahead, into the hands of McDaniels. McDaniels brings it back out, patiently waiting. Now inside to Jaron Westfall. Westfall up, inside, scoop shot good. So Jaron Westfall getting some early action as he's now got 10 points, 3 of 4 from the floor. Now an 8-point game, 26-18. Up top here's Brandon Cius. Right wing to Kyler Doss, up to Stellato. Matthew Stellato looking. He goes downhill. Left hook shot, no good. Rebounded into the hands of Buchanan Upshur's Brody Jaron. Buchanan Upshur better get it past the 10-second line. As they do, here's Jaron. Jaron all the way down. Here's Jaron Westfall. His shot up, good. He's got 12, leading all scorers. And now a timeout called by Derek Mullen. A 30-second timeout called. Ripley up by 6, 26-20, with 5:49 left. So Jaron Westfall gets early points. He's got 12. We're back after this.
This is how you craft, crunch, and flavor. Walk with me. For generations, Utz has been turning the family-owned recipes into snacks that really satisfy. And it's my job as Chief Crunch and Flavor Officer to maintain that track record. We don't take any shortcuts with the Treasure Family recipes and only choose the flavoriest ingredients because there's a saying around here.
Crunch and flavor over everything.
We say crunch a lot.
How's it looking, Keith?
Looking crunchy, boss.
Utz.
So Jaron Westfall being the focal point of this Buchanan Upshur team. As a team, the Buccaneers have scored 9 points in the third quarter of play. Westfall scoring 7 of the 9 of his own. He has 12 points, leading all scorers, shooting 4 of 5 from the field with 5 rebounds in 18 minutes of action. Now Buchanan Upshur with a little bit of full court pressure. BU trying to find its way back into this contest. Still down 6, though, but they're right there. They were down 10 at the half, 21-11. Here's Stellato, guarded by Jaron Westfall. Stellato thought about it. Now he's going downhill. Dribble penetration. Into the hands of Cius, but his shot blocked. Back comes the Buccaneers. Forward pass. Just an errant pass there by Robinette, but no foul called there. Jaron Westfall goes all the way up. Mullins does not like that foul call, as he thought there should have been a foul closer to the 10-second line, but no foul called there in favor of the Vikings. But Jaron Westfall goes all the way down. He gets fouled on attempts up, and he heads to the free throw line to get closer to the Ripley lead as he connects on his 4th free throw. He's now 4 of 5 from the free throw line. He's got 13 points. Ripley's lead now down to 5, 26-21. Second shot up is good. It rattles in. So Westfall's now got 14 points, leading all scorers. He's now got 9 points in the second half. Here's Stellato. Thought about a 3. Good close out there by Robinette. Now to the hands of Blake Justice. Justice surveys the floor. He's up top to Smith. Now the ball gets worked over to Stellato. Stellato will put up a long wing 3 from the right corner. No good. Rebounded. Buchanan Upshur. Here come the Buccaneers. Ball moving quickly now. Jason Westfall barks up the play call as BU gets into its offense. Here's Jaron Westfall. Now getting guarded by the smaller Kyler Doss. Westfall out to Javon Westfall. His 3-pointer from the top of the arc, no good. Rebounded, push foul will be called there on Brody Jaron, the sophomore for the Buccaneers. His 2nd personal foul, team's 2nd of the quarter. So BU hanging around, down 4, 26-20-22, They're on a 6-0 run. They've outscored Ripley 11-5 in the third quarter of play. Here's Blake Justice. Now to Stellato. Blake Justice, he'll put up a right corner three off the front part of the rim, no good. Rebounded into the hands of McVeigh. McVeigh surveying, trying. Stellato, and he will be credited with a traveling call. That will be his first turnover of the game, the second team turnover as it comes to the 3:46 mark of the third quarter. Okay, and Upshur. There's another opportunity to close this gap. Javon Westfall goes all the way down. Acrobatic pass. Now a foul called on Ripley's number 4, Kyler Doss. That'll be Doss's second personal foul. As Smith will head to the bench. And Brandon Cius will re-enter the game. Here's Jaron Westfall. We have a blocking foul, late whistle. Foul will be called to Kyler Doss. So he picks up 2 quick fouls. He's now got 3 fouls already. And he picks up his second here in the third quarter. So he will head to the bench as Zach Arnold will check into the game. So Doss exits the game with 9 points and 3 fouls. So you got to start getting some offense from your 2 leading scorers, Blake Justice and Matthew Stellato. You're only up 4 with Buchanan Upshur looking to trim this deficit more. BU starting its offense way out front, closer to the 10-second line. So we have a ball batted around. We have a quick foul called on a loose ball. Foul will be credited to number 5, Brody Jaron. That'll be his third. Team's 4, so both teams have 4 team fouls with 3:06 left here in the third quarter. So the next team foul, Buchanan Upshur has 3 team fouls, I should say. My apologies. Here's Stellato, top of the key. He'll go downhill, trying to find somebody, anybody. And we have a timeout called by Derek Mullins, a full timeout called, and we'll take it with him here on the final day of the Snyder of Berlin Utz Snacks Shootout, presented by Game Changer.
We're here to help you live well, and our new name reflects that. Well Point.
The West Virginia Adult Education Center has free resources to help you get your GED, learn new job skills, earn workplace certifications, and learn English as a second language. No matter where you're starting from, we're here to help. With locations all across the state, changing your life has never been easier. Learn, train, succeed, and earn more money today by visiting our website at freegedwv.com.
My name is Gordon Gee, and I am a game changer.
I'm Brad Smith, president of Marshall University, and I am a game changer.
One of our sponsors for not only this game, but the whole event is Game Changers. You just saw there in the last video ad. So special thanks to Game Changer for making this possible, along with the Snyder of Berlin Utz Snacks Shootout title sponsor as well. Ripley up 4, 26-22, inside of 2:45 left here in the third. Ripley without a basket in the last 4 minutes. Stellato has the ball up front, guarded by Robinette. He'll attack downhill. He'll stop, pop, shot, no good. Rebounded, Jaron Westfall. Westfall's 6th rebound of the contest. Like that 0 of Ripley's last 5 field goal attempts, no good. On the flip side, Buchanan Upshur is without a field goal in the last 2.5 minutes of play. Here's Westfall. Handoff to Javon. We have a foul called as Stellato grabbed the wrist area, or maybe the arm area of Javon Westfall. So Matthew Stellato picks up his third personal foul. So that means both Kyler Doss and Matthew Stellato with 2 fouls each, as Doss now re-enters the game with 3 personal fouls. Here's Jaron Westfall, right corner. Out to Javon. Javon, left wing. This is Fry. Okay, and after working the ball around. Here's Robinette. He'll bang down inside. Kicks it out. Right corner 3 by McDaniels. No good. Rebounded by Robinette. Robinette, second chance effort. And it rolls in. Xavier Robinette gets the bucket and the foul. He will go to the free throw line for a traditional 3-point opportunity. Robinette with 4 points in the contest and 4 rebounds in 17 minutes of action. This is Robinette's first trip to the free throw line, as his free throw is good. He's got 5 points in the contest. Here's McVeigh. Up top to Doss. Doss will hoist up a 3. That's good. So 3 of Ripley's 5 triples have come from Kyler Doss, and Doss now has 12 points to lead the Vikings in scoring. Now here's a turnover now by Buchanan Upshur. Here's a right corner, right wing 3, I should say, for Justice. Brings it back out to Doss. Doss guarded closely by Jaron Westfall. Now to the hands of Brady McVeigh. Derek Mullins barks out the play call for Ripley. Inside of a minute 5 now in the third quarter. Ripley up 4, 29-25. Here's another 3 by Doss, no good. Rebounded McDaniels. Now we have a foul called. It'll be given to Blake Justice. That's Justice's second personal foul. As Buchanan Upshur, is now in the bonus, trailing by 4, 29-25 with 56.8 seconds left. So Brody McDaniels will go to the free throw line for the first time this afternoon. As a team, Buchanan Upshur is 6 of 7 from the charity stripe, 85.7% collectively. His first shot up is good. He's got 7 now in the contest, along with 3 rebounds in 23 minutes of play. So he and Jaron Westfall have not sat yet for BU. His second free throw up is now good. He's got 8. He's second best on the team behind the 14 points from Jaron Westfall. It's now a 2-point contest, 29-27. Here's the take all the way down, and one. Brandon Cias all the way down, put his head down like a raging bull, went up with the left hand, scoop shot, went in and dropped in. From Brandon Cias, he's got 6 points in the contest. He'll go back for his third attempt from the charity stripe. Free throw up, no good. Rebounded by Robinette. Probably a little bit of broadcaster jinx there, so I apologize to Cias. Inside of 40 seconds now, Ripley still ahead by 4, 31-27. Here's Fry, right corner to Robinette. Now closer to the half-court line is Westfall. It's the hands of Jaron Westfall. He'll go downhill. Blows past Parker Smith and lays it up for 2. He's got 16 points inside of 22 seconds now. Ripley up 2, 31-29. Here's Brady McVeigh as he gets the play call from head coach Derek Mullins. Inside of 10 seconds now. McVeigh just going east and west. Now he's going north and south. McVeigh, stop. And he will be credited with a traveling call. Third turnover of the game for Ripley. Ball will go back into the hands of Buchanan Upshur, down to 31-29 with 2 seconds left here in the third quarter. It's a football throw, I should say. Ball was touched, so that means the clock will run with 0.2 seconds left. I don't know how there's still time on the clock. That's just me, personally. But Buchanan Upshur will have a lot closer of a chance now with 0.2 of a second left. Down 2. Daniels will inbound the ball. Shot no good in the right corner by Javon Westfall. So Buchanan Upshur will go into the fourth quarter down to 31-29. We're back after this from the Snyder of Berlin Utz Snacks Shootout presented by Game Changer.
This HDmedia production of West Virginia High School basketball is brought to you by Utz, the American snack brand crafted with care for more than 100 years. Game Changer, designed to educate, support, and empower our youth. The Charleston Gazette-Mail, with digital subscriptions beginning at just $9.99 for 3 months. And by Full Court Press, your weekly WVU basketball radio show. Check your local listings for times or visit pressvirginia.com.
Impact, discovery, inspiration, innovation, opportunity. For more than 130 years, West Virginia State University has stood as a pathway to prosperity for thousands of students. At State, you study in cutting-edge programs, learn from award-winning faculty in small class settings. No matter where you want to go or what you want to do, it starts at State.
Fourth quarter action here. Ripley up to 31-29. Quick look at the stats. Ripley shooting 11 of 32 on the flip side, but Buchanan Upshur 10 of 22. Both teams shooting a combined 6 of 21 from 3. Buchanan Upshur better from the charity stripe, 8 of 9. Rebounding advantage in favor of Buchanan Upshur, 21-15. Ripley will start with the basketball to start the final quarter of play. Again, up to 31-29. Here's Filato out front. He'll go downhill. He'll stop, pop, thought about it, trying to look. Now gives the ball to Kyler Doss. Now back into the hands of Stellato, who probably should get the ball in his hands along with Doss. Here's Stellato. Stellato will go all the way down. His shot no good, but a foul is called on the attempt up. He'll go to the charity stripe for 2. As Brody Jaron will pick up a foul, I should say. His 4th foul. As he will go out, it seems like Xavier Robinette is at the scores table, ready to check in. Stellato's first free throw, no good off the front part of the rim. Stellato struggling from the field. Again, he's one of 2 Ripley players averaging 11 points, with the other being Blake Justice. But Stellato on the day, 3 points, 1 of 7 from the floor, 1 of 3 from 3, 1 rebound, 2 assists, and 19 minutes to play. His second free throw, no good. Rebounded Robinette. Buchanan Upshur trying to get back into this game again. They have not led at all in this contest. The whole time, Ripley has led. Jaron Westfall thought about 3. Now he'll take a 3 from the left wing, short. And the ball will be given back to Ripley with 7:16 left. So again, Ripley has led the whole time in this game. It's been tied a minute 5, but Ripley has led over 23 and a half minutes. They are up to 31-29. Here's Stellato now. Stellato left side. Guarded by Robinette. He'll go downhill. Stellato's shot up, no good. Rebound into the hands of Jaron Westfall. Now up ahead, he'll give it to McDaniels. McDaniels stops. Mid-range jumper, no good. Rebound to Parker Smith. Back comes Ripley now. Here's Doss. Now Stellato. Stellato will hoist up a right wing 3. Off the left side of the rim, no good. Rebound and tipped around into the hands of Parker Smith. Now Justice. Justice will put up a 3. That's good. Blake Justice hits his second triple of the game. He's got 9 points for Ripley. They extend their lead back to 5, 34-29, inside of 6.5 minutes. Now here comes Buchanan Upshur. Javon Westfall now crosses the timeline. Downhill, here's Robinette. Robinette looking, trying. Justice tips the ball out of his hands. Down to the hands now to Cias. Cias will attack. Now gives up to Justice. Justice shot up and good. And a timeout call, a quick timeout call by Jason Westfall, and we'll take it with them. Ripley is up 7, 36-29. We're back after this.
The South Charleston Memorial Ice Arena, where the Valley goes to skate. Conveniently located at the shops of Trace Fork next to Target, the Memorial Ice Arena has everything you'll want for a day on the ice. Between public skating sessions, Totsicles, the Learn to Skate program, figure skating, adult and youth hockey leagues, and bumper cars, there is always something to do at the Memorial Ice Arena. Call 304-744-4423 for more information.
There's a place where innovation becomes transformation, where you'll find that education is not just about learning, but about being excited to learn. A place to feel at home. Pursue dreams and prepare for careers. build lifelong friendships, and a place where you'll be encouraged and mentored along your journey. Discover your future. Get ready to soar. The University of Charleston.
So 5 quick points by Ripley extends the Vikings lead back out to 7, 36-29 with 6:13 left. Hi everybody, I'm Taylor Kennedy for the final day of the Snyder of Berlin Utz Snacks Shootout presented by Game Changer. We had a fantastic contest in the last meeting that Adam Rogers called, with Ritchie County winning after being ahead by as much as 16 against Cameron. Cameron lost by 4. Hopefully we get just an equal to or greater than a great game as Jaron Westfall glides all the way in for the right-handed layup. His shot's good. He's now got 18 points. As it seems a delay of game warning has been issued to Buchanan Upshur. BU now down 5, 36-31, inside of 6 minutes left here in the final quarter. Here's Smith, Pistolato, ball goes through his hands, went a little bit quicker than what he wanted to. Ball sails out of bounds for a turnover. That's now 4 turnovers in the contest for Ripley. This ball will be given back to Buchanan Upshur with 5:53 left. Here's Fry, here comes Ripley's double. We have a timeout here. Final timeout taken. Probably not what Jason Westfall wanted to do, but BU down 5, 36-31. We're back after this.
The West Virginia Adult Education Center has free resources to help you get your GED, learn new job skills, earn workplace certifications, and learn English as a second language. No matter where you're starting from, we're here to help. With locations all across the state, changing your life has never been easier. Learn, train, succeed, and earn more money today by visiting our website at freegedwv.com. The South Charleston Memorial Ice Arena, where the Valley goes to skate. Conveniently located at the shops of Trace Fork next to Target, the Memorial Ice Arena has everything you'll want for a day on the ice. Between public skating sessions, Totsicles, the Learn to Skate program, figure skating, adult and youth hockey leagues, and bumper cars, there is always something to do at the Memorial Ice Arena. Call 304-744-4423 for more information.
Ripley up 5, 36-31 with inside of 5:45 left. Buchanan Upshur has the ball. Now to the hands of Jaron Westfall. Elbow area to McDaniels. His ball is batted around. It'll be given to Ripley. That's 12 turnovers now for Buchanan Upshur. Looking at the comparison between the two, Ripley only having 4 in the contest. 3 of Ripley's 4 turnovers have come in the second half as well. Salato hands the ball off to Justice up top. Here's Cius, inside Doss. Salato orchestrating the offense. Vaughn Westfall gets the rebound off a miss by Blake Justice. He's trying to find an open teammate, and he does. This is Fry. Now Robinette. Javon Westfall trying to guide his team to victory along with Jaron Westfall. Jaron Westfall having 18 points. Javon Westfall, circus shot. Refs are deciding if it's good. Bucket is good. What a shot there. I didn't know what was going on in the moment, or I would have been a little bit more excited. So bucket is good. Javon Westfall, his first points of the contest, comes at the 4:56 mark. And he has an opportunity now to make this a 2-point deficit. But right now, Ripley is ahead 36-32. 33, I should say, excuse me. Javon's shot up is good. So now Buchanan Upshur 9 of 10 from the charity stripe, 90% collectively. It's a 2-point game. Ripley ahead 36-34 instead of 4:50 now. Here's Parker Smith. Hands off to Blake Justice. Justice. He'll go all the way in. Right-handed hook shot blocked by Brody McDaniels. Back comes BU. Trying to take his first lead again. But Canton Upshur has not led in this contest. Ripley has led the whole time. Here's Javon Westfall. His scoop shot is good. We're tied at 36. How about the response from Buchanan Upshur? They were down 10 at the half. They outscored Ripley 18-10 in the third quarter. Now they've outscored them 7-5 to start the final quarter of play. They're on a 7-0 run. They've made their last 3 field goals. Ripley wanted to slow it down just a little bit, trying to get its lungs back. Here's Cius now. Cius, crossover move between the legs. Crossover again. His left-handed shot no good. Blocked away by Javon Westfall. He gets the ball back. Now back into the hands of Stellato. Now from the Parker Smith. Smith guarded by Robinette. Hands the ball to Stellato. Stellato thought about a 3. Head fakes. He'll go all the way down. He stops. Pops. No good. Rebound, Jaron Westfall. Buchanan Upshur, they have an opportunity to retake this lead. Tied at 36. Inside of 4 minutes now in the contest. Here's Javon Westfall to Fry. Now Jaron Westfall. Javon Westfall just a couple of feet away from the half-court line just a second ago. Jaron to Fry. Jason Westfall, the coach of Buchanan Upshur, telling his team what to do, barking out the play call. Here's Robinette, left corner. He'll go all the way in. His shot up is good! Buchanan Upshur takes its first lead of the game. They are on a 9-0 run in the last 3 minutes of play. They're up 38-36. Here's Cius now. Cius walked. Turnover number 5 now for Ripley. Comes at 2:52. Now a timeout will be called by Ripley. A full timeout call. We'll take it with them. Buchanan Upshur, 9-0 run. They're up to 38-36. We're back after this.
This is how you craft, crunch, and flavor. Walk with me. For generations, Utz has been turning the family-owned recipes into snacks that really satisfy. And it's my job as Chief Crunch and Flavor Officer to maintain that track record. We don't take any shortcuts with the Treasure Family recipes and only choose the flavoriest ingredients because there's a saying around here.
Crunch and flavor over everything.
We see crunch a lot.
How's it looking, Keith?
Looking crunchy, boss.
Utz.
So fantastic second half effort by Buchanan Upshur. They were down 10, 21-11 at halftime. Since then, they've outscored Ripley 27-15. They're currently on a 9-0 run in the last 3:12 of action. Quick look at stats here. Ripley 13 of 40, not a good performance from the field, 33%. On the flip side, Buchanan Upshur shooting much better in the second half than they did in the first. Shooting 50%, 14 of 28. Both teams shooting a combined 7 of 25 from 3, with Ripley connecting on 6 triples. Rebound-wise, Buchanan Upshur has a 7 rebound advantage over Ripley, 26-19. And if you look at Ripley's rebounding numbers between Brandon Cius and Parker Smith, 12 of the 19 rebounds have come from those 2 players. Here comes Buchanan Upshur now, trying to grow its first lead of the contest. Tip, ball batted around into the hands of Jaron Westfall. Now up ahead to Fry. Fry, patient, brings it back out. Now Westfall. Now it's the hands of Javon Westfall. Now back to Jaron Westfall. Ball stolen away here by Brandon Cius. Cius all the way in. Scoop shot, no good. Good contest there by Jaron Westfall. Rebounded by Jacob Fry. Ripley had an opportunity there to tie the game at 38. A missed opportunity. We'll see how it plays out. Here's Javon Westfall now, guarded by Brandon Cius. Now it's the hands of Jaron. Now Javon. Guarded by Blake Justice. Justice steals the ball away from Javon. Blake Justice all the way in. Scoop shot, no good. Acrobatic, probably should just went with the right, no good. Again, good contest there by Javon Westfall. So 2 opportunities for Ripley. They've come out blank. So a 4-point well, 4-point swing, I should say, did not go in their favor. So instead of being up 2, they're now still down 2, 38-36. Here's Robinette. Robinette's shot up. rims out, no good. Rebound, Jaron Westfall. His shot, no good. Rebounded into the hands of number 11, Brandon Cius. So similar to Ripley, Buchanan Upshur has multiple opportunities at buckets, and they come up empty. So Xavier Robinette, his shot, no good. First attempt. Second shot was rebounded by Jaron Westfall, and his shot was no good. So inside of a minute and a half left here in the final quarter of action, BU up 38-36 in the hands of Stellato. Probably one of the players you want. Here's Kyler Doss. Doss, he'll go all the way in. His shot no good. Rebounded Jaron Westfall. So 3 trips, 3 missed opportunities for Ripley. Still down 2. Up ahead now. Here's McDaniels. McDaniels thought about a 3. Brings it back out to Javon Westfall. Trying to slow it down now. Trying to work some clock, burn some clock, to try and make Ripley foul. All 3 of Ripley's attempts as well were also in the paint, so they had prime opportunities to cut into this deficit or get the lead back, but come up empty on 3 straight trips. Here's Javon Westfall inside of 40 seconds now. There's the first foul. So only the second team foul comes at 40.9 seconds left. So a lot of time ran off the clock as Parker Smith picks up his 3rd personal foul, team 2nd, as Brady McVeigh checks into the game along with number 21, Jackson Moore, as Kyler Doss and Parker Smith head to the bench with 40.9 seconds left. Ripley still down 2, 38-36. Here's Brody McDaniels, who'll inbound the ball into the hands of Javon Westfall. Ball stolen away again by Blake Justice. His shot, good! Bucket and a foul for Blake Justice. I'll tell you what, these Vikings, they can't go away. They had multiple opportunities. They missed their first 3 on back-to-back turnovers and then an empty possession by Buchanan Upshur. But the 4th time is a try. They always say 4 times a try. Well, I'm just kidding. It's always the 3rd try. It's always the 3rd try, but guess what? 4th try, it goes in. So good point here by our producer, Dan Shreve. The last couple of times Ripley went up for a bucket. You're a little bit fancy, but that time just straight up. So Blake Justice converts the traditional 3-point play, 39-38, Ripley. Inside of 30 seconds now. Here's Jacob Fry. Now Javon Westfall. Got to get it past the timeline. 25 seconds now. Ball stolen away by Blake Justice. Justice again steals the ball. Right-handed shot. Up and good for Ripley. They're up 3. 41-38. Inside of 18 seconds left. Jaron Westfall brings the ball to the court. He attacks. Xavier Robinette. His shot. Up. No. Kicks it out. Here's McDaniels for 3. No good. Rebound Robinette. Robinette. His 3-pointer. Why did you shoot that? Inside of 6 seconds now. So Robinette got the rebound, quickly went out and shot a contested fadeaway 3 with about 9 seconds left. Shot no good. Rebounded by Ripley. Ripley will have to inbound the ball. It's only the 14th foul by Buchanan Upshur. So Ripley up 41-38 with 4.2 seconds left. Spot ball. Kyler Doss will inbound the ball. Let's see what happens here. Doss looking, trying to find somebody into the hands of Stellato. He is now fouled with 3.5 seconds left. So Jacob Fry picks up the personal foul. It's a 15th foul. That's Fry's first personal foul. And it comes with 3.5 seconds left in the 4th quarter. So Matthew Stellato, one of 3 Ripley players averaging double figures. He's got 3 points on the day. His first free throw is good. That is his first made free throw today, as Ripley will call a quick 30-second timeout. So a fantastic job by Ripley. They're on a 6-0 run. Now make it 7-0 run for the Vikings. Fantastic job by Ripley. Quick look at the stats here. As you can see, it doesn't really show up on the stats, but the job of Blake Justice. So Buchanan Upshur used a 9-0 run. A lengthy 9-0 run is what I should say. Got their first lead of the game, 38-36. They held the lead for about, call it 2:35 in the 4th quarter. Ripley had multiple opportunities. They got 3 straight turnovers, missed all 3. On the 4th attempt, they got 2 turnovers and got an empty possession by BU. Second shot up by Matthew Stellato with 3.5 seconds left. But Blake Justice, the difference. He scored the last 5 points. Now it's actually a 7-0 run now. And then we run the clock out. Ripley escapes West Virginia State University with a score and a victory, 43-38 the final over Buchanan Upshur. Fantastic effort all around by Ripley. Just when it's like what they say in The Godfather. Right when they thought I was out, they pulled me back in. So that'll do it for me. Ripley picks up the 43-38 win over Buchanan Upshur, moving to 13-4 on the season. And Buchanan Upshur drops to 10-7 overall. Up next, South Charleston and Boyd County will square off for the final day of the Snyder of Berlin Utz Snacks Shootout presented by Game Changer. Adam Rogers will have the call for you coming up. I'm Taylor Kennedy signing off. Thank you all again. Ripley wins by a final of 43-38 over Buchanan Upshur.